Today's Wednesday Wisdom is sponsored by Peterson Law Office.
Welcome back. It's time for our Wednesday Wisdom with friend of the show, Justin Peterson from the Peterson Law Office. And today we're talking about how to know you've got the right attorney and not a dud to handle your car accident case.
Well, that's an interesting topic.
Welcome back. Well, we just had our Don't Be a Dud, Be a Bud story, so I thought I would throw that in
Perfect.
there.
Don't be a dud.
Now, since you were last here, I, in fact, was involved in a car accident.
You called me.
I did call you.
I know.
Fortunately, I was not injured.
Thank goodness.
So that was good.
That's
I
great.
didn't need your expertise
Sure.
in handling that. But when people are involved in a car accident case and they're shopping around for someone to handle their
Sure.
case, how do they know they've got the right person?
Sure. I think, you got to make sure you've got a good rapport with your attorney. I like face-to-face meetings. I don't like doing everything via text or via phone. And I know some people are super busy. We signed up a case yesterday over Zoom, because she was just working full-time and she couldn't get in. But, I think it's great if you can meet with them and say, okay, is this the person I want to trust? Because you start out with a car accident, you end with money. That's the only way to hold people accountable for an injury, right? So when you're dealing with money way later down the road, you got to have a lot of trust there. So I think trust is number one. Make sure it's someone you can trust, and then certainly ask them about their results in local jurisdictions. Cases in different states or in different jurisdictions are valued differently than they would be here in Central Kentucky or Eastern Kentucky or Western or Northern Kentucky. And so you got to have an attorney that is familiar with these local jurisdictions who actually practices there.
Right, right. And I think people need to educate themselves on the process, and you're kind of alluding to that because so many people walk into an attorney and just expect everything to be done, and then they get some bill later and they don't understand what they're doing. I've heard people say that all the time.
Yeah.
So what questions should people ask their attorney?
I would ask, number one, what results have you had in this exact same case in this exact same jurisdiction? And show me those results, if they're not confidential. I would ask that, number one. Number two, are you trying cases, and what are your last trial results? Because insurance companies, most cases don't go to trial, number one, but insurance companies value your case on the attorney that you hire. 100%. When I did defense work, one of the first paragraphs in the report I did to adjusters was, who is the attorney on the other side? What are their results? Are they good or are they not? Because there's some folks that are just going to take pennies on the dollar. That's just how it works. And so the clients probably never know the difference. So that's the first question I would ask.
Good advice. Yeah.
So when you're dealing with injuries, that leads into a lot of medical doctor visits, reading medical reports, deciphering and interpreting. So how well versed does an attorney need to be in the medical field as well as the legal field?
Oh, absolutely. They have to know these things, or have experts that know these things. When we handle, for example, a car wreck case, we're going to be able to review those records. We're going to look at what the MRI shows. Does it show some disc pathology or herniation or bulge, or does it not show anything? What are we working with here? If it's a TBI, has your attorney handled traumatic brain injuries before? Have they litigated those cases? Have they dealt with experts? If we're dealing with like a medical malpractice or a nursing home abuse case, we have experts that have to evaluate. So under Kentucky law, you have to have an expert approve a medical malpractice case before you can file one. And we have an amazing Rolodex of experts that give us just very honest advice. Sometimes they say, this is horrible what happened, but it's not a legal case and here's why. Or the opposite. And then we talk about pursuing those cases if they do believe there's negligence.
Awesome. Now, what if I have negligence of my own that caused us back injury? Do I have any hope for a case?
You don't have hope for a case, but you have hope to heal because you're very healthy, and healthy people tend to heal better. So
that's wonderful. All right, well, thanks again for coming in, sharing with us a little Wednesday wisdom today. And if you are involved in a car accident, well, God bless you, and I hope that you reach out to the Peterson Law Office. All of the information is up on the screen.
Today's Wednesday Wisdom was sponsored by Peterson Law Office.